33 most important physics questions. Welcome to Deeksha Vedantu everyone. I'm your physics teacher Aditi and I'm back with one of the most important videos again for your class 10 boards physics, that is top 33 most important questions. Now these questions will give you a vague idea of what kind of questions CBSE board will ask. It will help you crack the pattern. We'll start with the most important concepts from each chapter. Then we'll move on to their most important questions, numericals, assertion reason questions, their MCQs, everything, right? So let's start this video. So for very first, we'll see most important topics, right? The most important topics in that list will start with chapter light. We know the most important to start with, we see the starting topic of our chapter light is what? It is reflection and refraction, right? These are reflection and refraction. Now ma'am, what can be asked from these topics? Not direct definition, that won't be asked, but laws of reflection and refraction can definitely be asked, right? That can be asked in one or two parts of the whole questions. Then moving on, we have diagrams, right? The ray diagrams are very, very important. They will definitely ask you one or two or even more ray diagrams and the concepts of those ray diagram, right? The concepts of ray diagram, where the image is formed, what kind of image will be formed in this particular case when the object is beyond C, all those kind of questions, okay? And then very, very important to remember the formulas and to take care of SI units. Understood? Everyone, this is one of the most important, these topics are one of the most important topics, okay? Do not forget to revise them, to miss them. These are very important concepts from which questions can be asked, okay? Then moving on to human eye, we definitely again have defects, right? We have defects. We have three kind of defects: myopia, hypermetropia and presbyopia. Defects, and what will they ask? They'll ask you their correction. What kind of lenses will be used to correct those lenses, why that defect happened, and then moving on to numericals. Numericals of this chapter are very important. This seems like it's a low weighted chapter, but the numericals can be very, very tricky, okay? Remember the near point, far point, all the things we have studied in our numericals lecture in our lives, right? Anything else in the human eye? Also, you can practice the diagram and the use of each part, the function of each part of human eye. Moving on to electricity, we start with very basic Ohm's law. Now, Ohm's law, on basis of Ohm's law, diagrams or graphs will be asked from you, right? We have done questions on graphs, right? I have included those questions in the PPT. Don't worry, we will get all the questions, right? So Ohm's law, from Ohm's law you'll get diagram, or they'll ask you to draw the short circuit diagram of the circuit of Ohm's law, with which we verify Ohm's law, right? Then graph, if what is the slope of that, there is a VI graph, you'll have to find the slope and tell which graph is for series combination, which graph is for parallel combination, right? Remember, right? Okay, then moving on to, we have a very important topic that is called power, and then that is the another topic that is electrical energy. Okay, that is electrical energy and combination of resistances, combination of resistors. Okay, again very, very important. This combination of resistors is very important. Then moving on to magnetic effects of electric current. From this we have firstly two laws, that is right hand thumb rule, correct? Right hand thumb rule, and then which rule? Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule, correct? Then we have solenoid, again a very important topic. A lot of questions has been asked from this topic a lots of times, okay? And factors affecting the magnetic field, correct? That is current, distance, number of turns, all that stuff. Understood? These are your most important topics, most important concepts from which questions will be asked in your class 10th boards. Okay? Understood? Ready for the next? Now, moving on, we have important questions. Mostly they are numericals because numericals are hard. I've told you already, all these concepts you need to revise for theory. Okay? These are for theory. Let me just write it. These concepts are for theory as well, okay? And revise their conceptual questions. You have to revise their conceptual questions, okay? Then moving on to the most important numericals, right? The first one says a convex mirror used for rear view on an automobile has a radius of curvature of 3 meters. So the first trick is here. I'll give you questions, I'll give you a hint about them, okay? The first trick or the first thing we have to do, we have to mark what kind of mirror is given. Write it down. It is a convex mirror. Understood? Now, on the basis of convex mirror, what is the sign of focal length? Sign of focal length is always positive for convex mirror. Now, radius of curvature is given as 3 meter. So, focal length will be 3 by 2 meter, correct? And it will be positive, correct? If a car is located at 5 meter, now we are given with u, that is object distance, minus 5 meter because we know object distance is always negative. Correct? Find the position, nature and size of the image. What kind of image will be formed, where it will be formed, and what will be the nature or size of that image. Understood? That is all you have to do. Correct? We have solved this question on our channel. If you want the solution, you can go watch those videos. In here, I'll be telling you all the important questions. Okay? Then second question is, an object is placed at a distance of 30 centimeter. So u is minus 30 centimeter, right? U is because always negative. The magnification produced is 1 by 2. Now magnification given is 1 by 2. Where should the object be placed to get the magnification of 1 by 3? Where should the object be placed to get the magnification of 1 by 3? So what you will do, you will find the focal length. In first case, you will find the focal length, right? Then you will move on to the second case. Now focal length is same, right? Focal length is same. From here you will find u, and from there, first you will find v because magnification is given, and then you will move on to the value of u. Correct? Okay. Next question, moving on, we have third question, that is our assertion reason question. Not the assertion reason, it is an MCQs, okay? But technically it is a numerical, so just solve it very carefully. An object approaches a convergent lens. Which lens is the convergent? Decipher that first. From left of the lens with a uniform speed of 5 meters per second and stops at the focus. The image will be, you have 4 options, you can choose from them. If you have any problem solving these questions, we will be covering all of these in our lives. Come to our lives, go check our lives, okay? That will be very important for you. Then question number 4th, it says again a 4.5 centimeter needle is placed 12 centimeter away from a convex mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. See, everything is given. 4.5 centimeter is the height of the needle, 12 centimeter is the distance, then focal length is 15 centimeter given. Give the location of the image and the magnification. Described what happened as the needle is moved further from the mirror. Just very basic conceptual questions. See how they incorporated this very conceptual questions inside the numerical. Okay, can you clearly see that? So your concepts have to be very clear. Correct. Fifth question, again one MCQs. A boy and a lamppost are 80 meter away from a concave mirror of focal length 20 meters. Right? So we are given with concave mirror, and its focal length is already also given. Okay, the boy walks 40 meters towards the mirror. Now the boy walked towards the mirror. Now what will happen to the image of boy, to the image of lamp? You have 4 options. Go solve them, go find the concept behind them, and what image, what kind of diagram is being made, right? Sixth question, based on the topic refractive index of diamond with respect to glass is given. So refractive index of diamond with respect to glass is given, ulta. I have written ulta. With respect to glass is given. Absolute refractive index of glass with respect to now air is also given. Correct. Now find the absolute refractive index of diamond. You just have to solve them. Okay. Then the next question, that is 7th question. Again given is a convex lens forms a real and inverted image. Real and inverted image, they have already told that is being formed of a needle at a distance of 50 centimeters. So U is also given. Where is the needle placed? In front of the convex lens if the image is equal to the size of the object. So they are saying height of image is equal to height of object. Okay, this is the image distance. So this is V. So we have to find U, and hence from there we'll find focal length. From there we'll find the power of lens. Understood? Got the hint? Very clear. Okay, moving on, we have 8th question. An object 4 centimeter in size, so height of object is given, is placed at 25 centimeters, so U is given. In front of a concave mirror is also given, of focal length 15 centimeter. At what distance from the mirror should a screen be placed? That means we have to find the value of image distance. Correct? In order to obtain a sharp image, find the nature and size of the image. That can be found by using magnification formula, that is minus V by U for a mirror. Okay? Okay, moving on to the next, that is light enters from air to glass having refractive index 1.5. So one refractive index is given of a light entering from air to glass. That means the refractive index that is given is of glass with respect to air. Correct? Okay, moving on, we have what is the speed of light in the glass? We have to find the speed of light in the glass. Understood? Okay, if image formation, next, if image formed by a spherical mirror for all positions of object placed in front of it is always erect and diminished, what type of mirror is it? Draw a label diagram to support your answer. I told you, right, the diagrams are very important. Your concepts are very important for this particular chapter. Correct? So go study them, come back to this question and see if you can easily solve it now or not. Okay, moving on, we have human eye chapter. So the very first is study the diagram. Okay, name the defect of vision. So I told you the very important topic, that is defect of vision. List 2 causes. We have to tell the cause of this defect, right? Then draw a ray diagram for the correction of above defect. So you have to know the diagrams of defect, that is you have to know. That is very basic. But you also have to know the correction diagram of these defects. Okay? Then what question was it? This was 11th question. Moving on to 12th question. A person can read the number plate of a distant bus clearly, but he finds difficulty in reading a book. So what kind of defect is it? Name the type of defect he is suffering from. Name the type of lens. So you have to again know the defect and their correction, right? And what kind of lens is used to write the cause of this defect as well. Okay, understood? Then 13th question, a person can read number, this is the same question. Okay, that is my bad, maybe this is the same question as before. Okay, Okay, 14th question, assertion reason questions. Now you have to be very careful while solving assertion reason questions. Read the assertion properly and form your answer if assertion only is true or not. Okay, then go to the reason and then choose your answer very wisely. Okay. Okay, next question we have question number 15th. We have question number 15th. State two main causes of developing far-sighted and as well as near-sightedness. So you have to write the cause of defect, right? You have to write the cause of defect. How can this defect of vision can be corrected? See, the same kind of questions are being repeated in the boards. Mind you, these are most important repeated questions. So same kind of questions are being repeated in the boards. So you have to practice the defects and their correction. Very important. Okay. Then another question we have, this is almost similar to the previous ones, so read it very carefully. Child is able to read his book but is unable to read the matter written on the board. What kind of defect this is? The correction of the above mentioned defect. Okay, next is 17th question. Again, a child is able to read his book comfortably but is unable to read the matter. So what will be the defect that he will be suffering from? Right? Then say 18th question is the near point of a person suffering from hypermetropia is 75 centimeter. Now the near point of a person is 75 centimeter. It changed from 25 centimeter. Okay, you have to calculate the focal length and power of the lens required to enable him to read the newspaper, which is kept at 25 centimeter from the eye. I have covered this question as well in my videos, in my lives. Go watch them if you have any doubt. Okay, next question is again an MCQ. You have to be very careful while solving this. The twinkling of stars in the night sky is attributed to a phenomena of light. Choose the correct option. Atmospheric reflection, refraction, scattering or dispersion. Choose the correct formula. Okay, and let me know in the comment section. Fine. Near point of a far-sighted person is again given. He wishes to reduce it to 25 centimeter, right? By using spectacles, find the power and nature of the lens used by him. Which lens will be used for the correction of this defect? Again, defect and correction, right? Next question. Now moving on, we have electricity. You are given the question, the resistance of a resistor is reduced to half of its initial value. If other parameters of the circuit remains unchanged, the amount of heat produced in the resistor will become how many times? 4 times, 2 times, half or 1/4. Okay, understood? Moving on, we have a wire of length L gradually stretched so that its length increases. If its original resistance is R, then its new resistance will be what? Mind you, here is a very important word, that is stretched. Stretched means if length is getting half, that means area is getting doubled. Understood? This is a very important point, right, everyone? Okay, moving on, the others are 4 identical resistors, each of resistance 8 ohm, are first connected in series, then resulting in the resistances RS, then connected in parallel, resulting in RP. Find RS divided by RP. RS formula we know, we add all the resistances, and RP we take their LCM, right? We take their LCM, find RS and RP and divide them. That is it. That is what you have to do. Fine. Moving on, we have circuit diagrams. I told you combination of resistors is a very important topic. Okay? So this is important. You are given and you asked to find the current flowing through the circuit. Fine. So first you will find the R equivalent, right? R equivalent, then you will find the current in the circuit provided V is given. Okay, fine. Next question. An electric motor rated 1100 watt is connected to 220 mains. Find the current drawn from the mains. Electrical energy, very important topic again. Electrical energy if the motor is used for 5 hours daily, and then the cost of energy, right? For verifying Ohm's law, we design an electric circuit diagram in which we show the arrangement of different circuit components. We find that with respect to resistor, emitter is connected in parallel, voltmeter in series, and the different combinations you have to see which is correct, right? Next, we have, we are done with all the, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and we have so many questions, almost 28, 29 questions, more than that I think we have covered in this lecture, okay? These are the most important questions, the kind of questions that you need to study, the kind of concepts that you need to focus on. Okay, everyone understand that this is a crucial time now. You have to focus not on the basics, not on just each line of the NCERT, but you have to study smarter now. When you start studying smarter, you focus on high weightage topics, high weightage concepts, most repeated questions, most repeated concepts. So I urge you to follow this strategy and be there with us, be present in the live. We are going live every day so that you can practice effectively. I will be coming live a lot of the days for you to practice these questions, to practice different kind of NCERT questions, most repeated questions, PYQs, okay? So make sure you join all the videos of all the lectures so that you can ace your class 10th boards. Ta-ra, bye-bye.